who wants that. We will fight. We will fight. We will fight. I promise.
The Central Organization of Trade Unions piling support on a doctor's strike that has now hit its 7th day, paralyzing medical services across the country over grievances they say continue to hamper general services to their patients. Efforts by the government to come to an agreement on the matter failing Friday, with the doctors refusing to settle for anything short of their demands.
The doctors in Kenya are prepared to go to any extent to protect the dignity of the Kenyan patients, including mass resignations.
We're in the middle of a financial year. This was not necessarily budgeted for. I am not saying that they are not entitled to what they're asking for, but I am just saying that there comes a time when we've also got to say, look, we have also got the additional burden. We've just come from a major drought again that was much more severe than we had expected. Budgetary requirements.
It is an argument by the finance minister that the medical practitioners have refused to take lying down, insisting that the government is not half as serious in addressing their concerns as they are, and maintaining that the subtotal amount they are demanding is just not for their remuneration, but also to address other concerns as medical equipment and shortage of medical staff.
The Doctors' Union has been humane in its negotiations. The Doctors' Union has been reasonable in its negotiations. And the demands that you are making are modest.
Mine is to always, and we're trying to see every which way in which we can accommodate. For example, even in the latest offer, from where they were, we had offered 2.2 billion, right, as being what we could afford at this stage, promising to lock in to the budget going forward approximately 6.5 billion shillings a year to accommodate doctors, right? I think within the difficult circumstances that we have, one cannot say that we are not engaging and trying to meet them halfway.
Money for the elections, we know the figure, isn't it? Money for anything, education, we know the figure. How much is he proposing? And then we would go with it. We would listen to him. Let him chair the meeting, and that is what we have been mandated. If he can chair that meeting tomorrow, from whichever area, even from Gatundu, we are willing to meet him.
In agreeing to continue talks with the government, the COTU Secretary General says he is optimistic that they will reach an agreeable conclusion Tuesday. This, even as the government, through Public Services Minister Dalma Suteno, who spoke on behalf of Medical Services Minister Professor Anyang' Nyong'o, opted for a more drastic move that will see the matter taken to court. Another week with no end in sight for both patients and an already struggling medical fraternity still searching for better remuneration. Evelyn Wambui, Sunday Live.